Isn't this nice? My own worst enemy.
I want to talk to you about depression because it's a serious thing, and just because I look emo does not mean that that's why I'm depressed. Okay, I'm not emo. Okay, it's actually a serious thing, and I see people, they post comments on people who actually have depression videos and things like that, and they're like, oh, you're just complaining about nothing, you can fix it, whatever, stop whining, grow some balls, or stupid shit like that. And honestly, you guys just need to shut the fuck up. That's what you need to do. Because if you haven't been depressed, you know nothing about it. It's not me just whining or, you know, wanting people to pay attention to me because I feel sad. No. That is not it. Depression can be brought about from a traumatic event that you can't really handle, so you withdraw into yourself and you basically shut off emotionally. You don't feel anything, and that's not good. I've been dealing with depression since I was about 12. Yeah, 12-year-olds can get it, okay? Anyone can be depressed. Your 5-year-old can be depressed, okay? It's also, like, described as a chemical imbalance. So, if you didn't have a tragic event happen to you, say, after you have a kid, you get really depressed, postpartum depression, that's because of your hormones and the chemicals, you know, in your brain not functioning right. So you're sad and distant and stuff like that. So I'm 18, dealt with depression for like 6-7 years, basically. I haven't always dealt with it in the easiest way. And I used to hurt myself, cutting, hitting, things like that. And that is not a way to deal with it. Not a way to deal with it at all. I didn't know that at the time. I thought that's what I needed to do to feel. It's not what I needed. I actually needed to reach out to somebody who would understand me, but I felt like at the time that there was no one that could. And there is. The point of this video is to tell stupid people to shut the fuck up because they don't know what they're talking about, and to tell people who are depressed that they're not alone, and that if they are dealing with it in an unhealthy way, that they're not alone. Someone around you will understand. At first, they might not be, especially if you're good at hiding it like I was. At first, they might be a little put off, like, you're depressed? I don't understand. Like, what do you have to be depressed about? And it is kind of hurtful when you hear things like that, like, you didn't notice at all. But then you'll realize that that person might also feel like they failed you because you're depressed and you were hurt. And you need to let them know that they didn't fail you. That was you withdrawing into yourself, and that you know now that you could have reached out or something like that, you know? there is a support system. Whether it be a guidance counselor, a teacher, a parent, a friend, somebody. Me, I'll help you. I don't care. Message me. I have no problem with it. I might not get back to you as fast because I have a 1-year-old. So, she takes up a good bit of my time. But I'll be more than willing to talk to you and help you in anything. Give you tips to stop cutting yourself. I'll help you. No problem. Give you tips on how to tell your parents or your loved ones how you're feeling. I'll tell you. I have no problem. And like me, I'm starting to recover. Like, I recently, a few weeks ago, like literally like 2 weeks ago or so, just told my loved ones about why, because my depression has gotten so bad I can't cut myself, so I'm more moody and things like that, and so I lash out. That's basically what I was doing, and they kept complaining about me lashing out, and I just snapped, and I was like, well, you know what? I'll get what I need, and I won't do this anymore. And I explained it, and now I'm going to get the help that I need. The main part, it's not even for myself. It's not even for myself, it's for my daughter. Because she needs to know that it's not okay for mommy to be crying for no reason. To be sad. Things like that in front of her. It's not okay. If there's any young people like me, have a daughter too, and you think that you're just gonna tough through it, or like a child, not just a daughter, you think you're just gonna tough through it, please don't take it that way. Get the help that you need, please, because they notice. Every time I wound up crying or something like that, my daughter came up to me and like hugged me and given me kisses. She doesn't really understand why mommy's that way, but she knows something's wrong. They know. And if you think that they don't know because they're little, even if they're newborns, they know. They sense that. So please get the help. Please. I don't really know what else to elaborate. Like, I could get into like a professional, like, this is depression and like literal term it for you, but then again, it's different for everybody. It's different. Some people get depressed and then they lash out. Some people get depressed and they completely are distant from everyone. Like, you're in your own little bubble here, and then everybody else in the world is here. And you can't let them get in here. And there's stages. There's a stage where you're going through the distant and the lashing out. And there's a stage where you're just completely like emotional throw up everywhere, like bleh, happy, bleh, sad, bleh, like whatever other feeling. So yeah. So anyone who watches this, I kind of want you to post a comment and say, I vow or I promise to tell my parents how I feel, or I promise to, I promise to go to the doctor and get antidepressants, or I promise to schedule a psychiatrist meeting, or I promise just to be more open, or some sort of promise to where you will work through this. And if I see an asshole comment that's like, I promise never to watch any more of your videos because you're stupid, or like something like that, I will delete it. I don't fucking care what you have to say. Okay? Don't give a shit about you. I give a shit about the people who are suffering. So, I hope this helped someone out there other than myself and my little bit of boredom and free time that I have right now. So, alright, bye.
Don't